Breaking news, my wonderful people. It has come to our knowledge that the suspended chairman of the Economic and the Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawar, has been whisked away from the Department of the State Service, DSS, headquarters in Abuja, to an undisclosed private facility. We've learned this, my country people. Who knows where they have carried Abdulrasheed Bawar to? Who knows? Now, there have been a lot of controversies surrounding his suspension and his immediate arrest. We've got to find out that the once almighty EFCC boss had to surrender himself for interrogation by the DSS barely hours after he was suspended by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then we got to know that, all forms of weighty allegations of abuse of office were labelled against him that resulted to his suspension from office. And then, without giving details of the allegations against Bawar, the anti-draft, agency had made it known that it would be proper for him to step aside, for him to resign, in fact, for his immediate suspension, to allow a proper conduct of investigation into his conduct, while he was in office. And now, Abdulrasheed Bawar, immediately after his suspension, was immediately handed over to the DSS for investigation. And now we've seen that Abdulrasheed Bawar have been whisked away from the Department of the State Service into another private facility. And yes, it was gathered that the embattled suspended anti-draft agency boss was moved to another facility to have a total control over him after he reportedly refused to cooperate with the secret police as they seek statements from him in their custody. My country people, this one is serious. So guys, Bawar was quoted to have told investigators earlier that the DSS had no right to detain him without charges, hence his refusal to write any statement while in custody. And however, on Tuesday, a source who reportedly spoke with Sahara reporters on the matter disclosed that Bawar had been moved from the DSS headquarters to one of its private facilities, and they have taken Bawar from the DSS headquarters to one of their private facilities to have a total control over him after he refused to write statements requested from him, the top security source who spoke on anonymity reportedly said. And then Niger News reports that Bawar have been in detention along with the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. And now the two were suspended by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in a few days after his inauguration in office as President Muhammad Buhari's successor. And yes, Bawar and Emefiele were accused of corrupt practices and abuse of office. And we've seen that this location that they have taken Bawar to is an unclear location, where who knows what will happen to him. He will be further interrogated for him to disclose the whole truth and to give a statement. My country people, before now, the immediate past governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, had accused Mr. Bawar of demanding a $2 million bribe as from him, just to cover up the cases that were labelled on him by the EFCC. But the EFCC chairman denied Matawale's allegation against him. And then we got to see that there have been a lot of controversies, surrounding the EFCC chairman. Now, we start from Bawar's predecessor, Ibrahim Magu. Now, so they take suspend am o. Una remember Magu now? Yes, he was suspended from office by the former president Muhammad Buhari over allegations of corruption. Now, Bawar has taken his place, and the same thing is happening to him. He is being suspended now by President Tinubu. So my country people will ask ourselves, what is really going on? And before now, it has been made known that Abdulrasheed Bawar, had refused to write statements at the secret police facility. It was learned from a very top official who made this disclosure that Bawar told investigators that the DSS had no right to detain him without charges, hence his refusal to write any statement in the custody. And Bawar has been in detention alongside with Godwin Emefiele, the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. since they were suspended from their respective offices by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration over corruption and abuse of office. Now, it is so obvious that Bawa has refused to cooperate with the DSS investigators protesting against his detention without charges. And now the EFCC chairman, the detained EFCC chairman, has refused to write statement because he told the DSS that they had no right to detain him without charges. And yes, we know that he was also accused of shielding the former governor of Zamfara, while helping him to hunt down his opponents. One of the sources had reviewed. And now, so far so good. He has refused to cooperate with the DSS investigators. So now, my country people, Abdulrasheed Bawa has been whisked away from the DSS headquarters to an unknown location. My country people, we no know where they don carry Abdulrasheed Bawa go. But wetin we dey hear na be say im don comot for DSS headquarters they don carry am go another private facility. Who know wetin they wan go do Abdulrasheed Bawa for that place? My country people, what is really going on? This is really serious. However, Nigerians have reacted. Let someone come and rescue and plead for this guy to receive favor from the authority. He is a brilliant person that has moved this country to an inevitable stage. Well, I don't believe on what they should charge him in court. It's not by forcing him to accept something he thinks that he didn't do. But in the other hand, the DSS should put light into it. If he's really a bad egg, then they should tell us. Well, all this drama will amount to a storm in an iced tea. Nigeria and Nigerians are not ready for a total cleansing yet. The pocket of vendetta and the select justice is just a part of this tragic comedy. Soon and very soon, we will see what is loading. They should leave Bawa alone. Return all your looted funds and we will know who is not corrupt. Why is it that all seems to be corrupt? I think accepting the office in the first place appears as accepting corruption. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. For now, we are yet to, uncover this private facility that they have whisked the suspended EFCC chairman to. But who knows? They might be taking him there for further interrogation and investigation, since he has refused to cooperate with the DSS operatives, since he has refused to cooperate with the DSS investigators. Now they have taken him to another private facility so that he will cooperate with them. My country people, this is really serious. We don't know the kind of torture Abdulrasheed Bawa will face in that private facility. But let's hope, for the best. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.